There is a sweet spot for the elusive, perfect filler game. You know, a game that takes 15 to 30 minutes, combines that perfect blend of complexity versus simplicity, all while being engaging but not overstaying its welcome. Many games over the years have competed to be the filler game of choice, and the latest contender for this coveted title to hit my gaming table is the card game Thieves by Calliope Games. Now, will Thieves cash in? Will it end up just stealing my time? Let's find out with an overview of how the game works, followed by my final thoughts. Thieves is a bluffing card game in which 3 to 6 players take on the roles of burglars trying to make their getaway after pulling off a large heist. But you know what they say about running from the law? You don't have to outrun the cops. You only have to outrun your fellow crooks. So in this game, players start out with a hand of 3 cards, dealt out from a deck that contains 26 loot cards of varying values, 12 police cards of varying power, and 14 thief cards which manipulate various aspects of gameplay. And on their turn, first, players will draw up until they have 4 cards in their hand, and then play 1 card. Simple as that. If a player plays a loot card, they place it either face down in front of them in their secret stash, or they play it face up in front of another player in their stash, allowing everyone to see the new valuable that they are now hoarding. Having a large stash is good because the size of each player's stash is their points. However, having the largest stash is not good, because playing a police card to the table adds 1 or 2 siren symbols into play. And when 4 or more siren symbols hit the table, a raid is triggered. When that happens, all the players reveal all the treasures in their stash, and then the player with the most valuable stash discards theirs and has to start rebuilding it all over from scratch. Only the thief that literally plays their cards right will avoid the eye of Johnny Law and escape with the most loot. This vicious cycle of building and betrayal continues until everyone makes their getaway. The deck contains 8 getaway cards, and as these are drawn, they are immediately played right onto the table. The game ends the instant the 7th getaway card is drawn and played. At that time, the thief with the most valuable stash at that moment wins the game, retiring to a life of luxury in a non-extradition country. Thieves is a light game with a thin layer of bluffing and a little bit of take that to it. There is no honor among thieves in this game, and you will be betrayed by your fellow players quite often. However, the betrayals don't really sting that much because the game keeps a very brisk pace, and there's not much long-term strategic planning going on anyway. Thieves served as an okay filler game with the group I played it with, but where I think it would really perform best is as an introductory bluffing and take-that type game for an audience that is still discovering the world of modern board games. I could also see this being a good fit to play with younger audiences. For example, I can easily see my 9-year-old daughter giggling uncontrollably as she double-crosses me and steals all my money. And while playing Thieves, too. So, if you're looking for a light game with low stakes, where the tables can turn on anyone at any moment, then Thieves may be worth looking into. In the meantime, I hope you found this review helpful, and be sure to join me and the rest of the Dice Tower gang for more board game news, reviews, and commentary by subscribing to both the Pair of Dice Paradise and the Dice Tower YouTube channels. And for more fun and surprises, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well. But for now, thanks! I'll talk to you all again soon.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
But for now, thanks! I'll talk to you all again soon. from behind bars.